Okay, we are here to talk about Spider-Man Homecoming. We're here to talk about. So, yeah, not only what we're gonna do with Predator vs. Aliens last time we watched those on DVDs, and where I had to make a lot of process and do multiple recordings before I did. Even mixing the places on scenes I'm referring to. If you watch that video, I gone to it. Alien vs. Predator. Yeah. Now we're here to do one with Spider-Man Homecoming. So, yeah. I know you read my post. I call off for 9 years have passed. We last had this movie. So yeah, that was yesterday. Okay. And then updating you audience on the artwork progress. Well, as you can know by now, I will have these shown again. I'll check what was that felt. Yeah, I have to know I had to post mine. Now I have this with talent in the champions area and work in progress. And mention confirming that post murder drones. Well, here it is, still in work in progress. These will be showed again in the upcoming video as in progress. So, yes. Oh yeah, definitely. So, yeah. Anyway, also confirm in my post you already read by now. Now I also confirm about these. These are still in progress. These will be showed again. So, yeah. But we're here to talk about Spider-Man Homecoming. And even to promote for the upcoming brand new day by the end of the month. Y'all even know by now a painting I made back at the end of 2024. So yeah, that's the end of 2024 a painting I made. Okay, so yeah, so here we're making a spoiler talk about Spider-Man Homecoming, and spoiler warning, spoilers gotta be included in this. So yeah, watching this movie before more than once throughout my life, and I can recall back in 2017, I was 11 years old when we had this movie, Spider-Man Homecoming. I did personally watch it in theaters as a kid in late elementary school age, at maybe in the age of 11. If you do some math, if you do read my YouTube bio. So, yeah. Now let's get spoiler talking. So yeah, don't have any scripts for this. So rely on my mind. These are gonna be my own personal thoughts and opinions about this movies. And so yeah, I could do the same thing for Spider-Man Far From Home and No Way Home. I could do a work in progress of. So yeah, let's get talking. So as we know, the movie started off back at the events in 2012, and after the events of the Avengers. So yeah, showing off Adrian Tomb with his crew. As you know, who is a butcher. Who was gathering some of that alien stuff and switching microphones, I think. Okay, switching microphones, I think this one's out of battery. Switching mics. Got two of these here. I think this one's out of battery. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Spoiler talks. Here. Spoiler talks. Trying to make things improve about this. As we know, Adrian 2, aka the Vulture, along with his crew, gathering up this rapid, including those explosive things. That's those things. Before it got to be called off in show, they still had some of that scrap they can use, and they ended up using to make lethal weapons for selling. And for years later, the Vulture sued. And yeah, years later. So yeah, all the way to 2017 to get in mind and Sonic. That's mine. Hey, just did a little online reviewing about Thailand Spider-Man Homecoming that when it started off in 2012 before go years later when it calls off 8 years later. So get this, if you do a 12 plus 8, 12 plus 8, trying to sort out math for I'm trying to make up a breakdown. 8, 2, 8, okay, make it just make up the clues. Okay, yeah. I was trying to say, if you get 12 plus 8, you get 20. So for Spider-Man Homecoming here, say 12 years later, you'll actually get 2020 from 2012. So if we wanted to have it take place and hey, since Spider-Man Homecoming for 2017 or 16, we should just actually be saying 4 or 5 years later. Actually, it should have been okay. Yeah. And so yes, that's what I can call it. I just have to do a online review about. Yeah, and still speaking about the movie, let's cut to the chase on the Peter Parker. On the other hand, where we have moments before he came to Berlin, where he was already vlogging his trip, moments in the apartment, and found the Stark suit. In that case, he was unaware. First until he opened it and find out for himself and try it on. We still have moments in Captain America Civil War such as the moment where Tony called him, swing out, snatch out the shield, and also call it the moment where we have Ant-Man go big. Yeah. And then we get the cut moments afterwards where it's even Call was happy comment to him about them walls and the apartment they were at. Then come back to America. Still belong at this time with Tony Stark get his involvements and that Peter belonging Peter was already making. And then arrives the building here Liz. So yeah, Tony was having moments with Peter. Happy set the suitcase to be grabbed. Tony to make a discussion with Peter about their next mission. Then let him out of the car. Or let him out. Then we cut weeks later with Peter with his personal life first still text about happy about any upcoming next mission. Then months when he's at his high school. Cool. Oh, so yeah. Even you can call it that moment Flash almost drove his car by him. And still gonna call that. And then we had Flash call him by. And we have Peter, Bones, and Glass. Dang, timing often. And we didn't have Peter look at Liz, chatting with Ned, and Bones. Have him leave the school, come by a sandwich shop to grab a sandwich to save for later. Come by an alleyway. Hey, put on his suit. And then we get a little montage of Spider-Man's stuff. We have Spider-Man stuck a bicycle thief. We have Spider-Man mistaken a car break-in. We have him help one woman try and find some directions. We have moments of him such moving train, and calling that moment where he's already doing a channel that, well, still trying to call Happy on report until we get an almost happening ATM robbery that he gets to stop, cause an unexpected destruction, including that sandwich shop for unexpected destruction. And because those weapons I was already mentioning. Later on, Peter comes back to his apartment to find Ned was already there minutes earlier. Still, that's where Ned got to learn Peter's secret and still leave May unaware. So yeah, he didn't call off that Peter even had to lie to Ned about being an adventurer, as we know he wasn't yet. Until what was called off in Infinity War. So yeah. Yeah. He would get Peter and May have dinner at a Thai restaurant. That's right. He would never had Thai food myself. Never had. I mean, jump ahead. How a day later when Ned was asking Peter a few questions, anything spider related, and he even comment about the spider that bit Peter. So yeah, even through school, Ned continuously he asked Peter question, even if going off topic at a class. So yeah. Can't call it that moment that gym class still with Peter and Ned, even when they overheard Liz about her and party and her comments about Peter, until when Ned blurts out, when I call that crazy, when Ned blurts out, Peter knows Spider-Man. So, okay, go. So, yeah. And let's even get on with the moment of the party. Hey, when come by, only have Peter only see Liz for 2 seconds before taking him around to check someplace in the house and then show off. MJ invited, Flash Thompson invited, even still having Flash Thompson toy with Peter and Ned, like call for the nickname that Flash in Homecoming calls to Peter, or and DJ. Yeah, me even without saying it, and me think ahead on YouTube guidelines, I could do research on what could be say hey or inappropriate to use. Yeah, I should definitely do some research, personal research. Then we have Peter, and of course, what I call it out, earlier he already revealed he already had a suit under his clothes, and just trying to think about the month. Where did he, hey, take off his clothes and put me on with his suit before receiving attention of one kind of commotion where he tracks down, find a group of men testing out some weapons with alien tech. Asked me, no, he tried to get on with them, even called a car chase. Hey, heck, hey, and Peter just did one swing, one web shoot, and hold on, get pulled out. Of course, including the moments where he almost got Paul Moser almost got blasted. Lose hold, try and get over by foot until he gets caught by the vulture where he's lifted to the air. Then be dropped to a large body of water. If it wasn't for a parachute to interfere for a moment. Until off guard, Tony Stark finds out and sends Tetsu to go out and grab him off guard. Alright, dive in, grab him, out. Then we go with some discussions that sells him anger. Yeah. Where Peter had to explain what was going on, and they knew that Tony Stark was actually off country, which turns out Tony was actually in India where he actually modified remote held that suit to get to Peter to even show off he wasn't actually there. Just he was already relieved when he already received Wi-Fi and to keep tabs on Peter, so he wouldn't be toast based on that comment he calls off. So yeah, just commenting, he just wasn't ready for what Peter wanted to get through before leaving off. So yeah, we have Peter walking by himself on foot, receive a call in there, and think he should be coming back based on what Flash is getting into. Yeah. Peter find the bag where Tomb's crew dropped, including one of those purple glowy dinghies. Easy. Drop down, so yeah. You have Peter's sort through it in his engineering class to check out those gadgets before leaving the class to find out part of Adrian's two crew members who came by the school to hide and retrieve their tech parts. Yeah, it's starting to catch my go forward. Here go after that chase sequence. And when arriving back to the secret base, he's just getting to discussion to his crew. When he got already aware of what was happening, then he even took out the life of one of them. He thought he grabbed a gravity gun when he just blows someone to ashes. Except for the weapon, of course, started catching mind that metal is not flammable, as we know. On what can be and cannot be flammable. So yeah, okay. I was just reviewing the identity for Marvel Shocker. I was just reviewing for a moment. So yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, trying to change the position of my phone to stand here. So yeah, trying to refer to the scene where Adrian Tomb accidentally killed Jackson Prazer. Was just reviewing before he gave that one glove to Herman. As I said, trying to review the identity of Marvel Shocker. I was trying to review online, and so yeah, I hope you get on to see I'm trying to refer to for a moment. So Yeah, I hope you understand me for a moment, please. He's, and yeah, you know I'm talking spoilers, so yeah, I already watched this. I watched this movie more than once, so yeah, may go back to that moment where Peter, here, yeah, I think Herman was one of those crew members who got into Peter's school to try to try to retrieve their weapon pieces before Peter was able to set out a tracker on one of them, and then and led them to go outside of Washington D.C. And yeah, even with Peter and Ned keeping tabs on with that tracker until it reveals their whereabouts to get more alien tech to steal. So we're trying to be outside of Washington D.C., which already turns out with Peter class already having a field trip to Washington D.C. And yeah, for one kind of competition that Peter's class was attending, and even during Friday practice one, even in the progress was happy calling Peter in the progress to ask about where he was going, where Peter knew about a tracker innocent. So yeah, one settled in a hotel was Ned. Went into the suit, finding that tracker which Peter puts on land. And with Ned, and finding well the suit had about a protocol. Try it out. You know, when Peter was about to step out, we almost bumped into Liz and other school members who were already singing out to a pool. Even include that moment where we have Flash smack Peter in the rear. Yeah. And still, of course, catch in mind the fact through this movie where Peter's original crush on Liz, as we know, before getting switched to MJ. Get in mind in Marvel lore with Peter Parker going through more than one love interest according to the Marvel lore. I can catch in mind before having MJ be a main one for Peter Parker, and Captain America the case with Far From Home and No Way Home. I can still do those two videos in a separate video. Those two mentioned movies in a separate video. I'm trying to call them. Okay, yeah, I think I almost messed up. As you can already hear, I'm doing this with no script playing in my mind. Yeah, it almost left my own dog. Even if you read my YouTube bio more often to know how it takes in mind to go through something like this. Yeah, so definitely think I'm definitely memorizing more on movies I do watch more than once. Like I said, I grew up watching Jurassic Park, and where I grew up watching through my life. I've watching Jaws in my life too. Any Marvel movies, and I get make comments. Yeah, sometimes I do sometimes get carried away with Marvel. Yeah, Marvel, say I get carried away with. And yeah, and later this month having Spider-Man Brand New Day, and yeah, include the fact what else we got earlier this day. Okay, so I can call at this point in time. I didn't watch Spider-Noir yet, nor Wonder Man, nor Ironheart, nor another Disney Plus original, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, I haven't watched those series yet, just because a lot of things I always get carried on with. Like, either me as get myself into, or find me as introduce myself into, and having my attention on my artwork. So I always get carried on when it comes to dinosaurs. Horse. And getting myself into Godzilla, Sonic, Five Nights at Freddy's, many more. So, yeah. Yeah, there's always a few things I often get carried away with, so yeah. And to me catching up on any parts in the MCU, like why I just mentioned. Even I did watch myself Marvel Zombies, so yeah, there's how you can ask me. Marvel Zombies, I did watch that. And so yeah, there's one you can ask me on. May call it the same thing with Agnes all along other Disney Plus originals. I can call off you can't ask me on what I did watch. So yeah, what else I can call off that on Disney Plus Marvel original series I did watch. What If, WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki. Yeah, I watched those. And now I think I'm definitely getting partly carried away on Spider-Man Homecoming. We're here to talk about and yeah, I think I started to catch a mind where I just left off. So I've called to see where Spider-Man gets to witness his own automatic voice, unlike what Tony had with Jarvis before getting transferred to Vision, and move on with Friday on automatic voice, and Spider-Man get say Peter Parker. Yeah. Oh, just can't respect. It was Peter Parker get himself one that he did called too late before deciding to be naming Karen. Yes, Peter automatic voice. Yes, he did use that to track down a tracker he sent by those crew members. Here's even witness some abilities he haven't tried, like Iron's web abilities he haven't tried to witness. Let's say phaser whip and web grenade. He put to the test has never witnessed before, and the mobs he had he also never tried before he could try him. So and get on with the moment where we have Bolter catch up with those trucks to find what he's looking for before Spider-Man and catch up follow off guard until he tried to get on with Bolter before knock him in the truck, get him off of him and trap it in the truck where he just hit his own head to be knocked out unconscious. Yeah, then later truck already stopped, Peter regained conscious, come out, and find out how that Peter ended up in damage control strongholds. Yeah, storage garage, or yeah, whatever you want to call that. Peter ended up that was owned by damage control on that stronghold to comment about. That's yeah, even as when this Peter tried to wait it out, chat with his automatic voice Karen. Try out those web abilities and clean the grab grenade. Can't even talk Karen about Liz, calling about his feelings. And find out he actually waited for 37 minutes. He thought he waited longer, so sort out the cargoes what can be useful. Yeah, one of the revealed be Ultron's head. I found another one of those purple thingies, which when scanned, trying to be explosive. When trying to call it that, as we know, he didn't have any signal. So, yeah. So, in any cases, he even tried at the door, behind a panel to try something to find a better solution to get out until he finds the code to open the door to probably get out. Even on the other hand, was Ned being called out with his class to get on with the competition his class is attending. Peter make his way back to Washington DC find it. Howard. In between the modes, or we have as class already win the competition they intended. Receive a trophy. Come by the one tower. Even between the moments, calling between the moments, when Peter finally made a chance to call Nick. When coming by a metal detector and trying to warn about the purple thing before it get grabbed by Liz. Hello, chat. Trying to warn her, but just put the phone through the metal detection progress. Yeah, kind of let me out. These two have high center of gravity, likely to help us. I don't think it's shaped like me. Might have sorted this off for this. Maybe find new placement for any things on the one. This one in between. Higher or low center of gravity, and those two with high center of gravity is likely when shaking this bed open. So yeah. Then upon trying to arrive to the tower to find where that one purple thing that carried in his backpack would suddenly explode blow in his backpack, blow up the elevator. And there we get to the action that Spider-Man must deal with. Where he climbed that building all by himself to reach the highest point and reach the top. Of course, he even sent out his little drone that he gets to windows to scan the prom. And once we reached the one window, which was it, turned out he had much force to break until authorities find him, try to get out with him before he had to climb higher, jump off the line, swing from the helicopter, then finally break through that one window with enough force needed to get in, catch the elevator, then hatch. And there where we got to rescue some people out of that broken elevator. Even have Liz being last and being grabbed out before moving on. So yeah, even though that even getting news report. Even Ari caused Pierre to ditch Alvis class, calls himself intention before. Or leaving out. Yeah, trying to think about that moment. Michelle Jones in that detention class moment. And cut to where Pierre comes back to the apartment and trying to get to the footage on days before he's trying to get on the route he was on, but as we know, he was able to identify one of them. As we know, Aaron Davis, aka the Plower, we know in Marvel lore, in many cases call Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, I myself do watch Spider-Verse movies. So, yeah, you can ask me about the 2 Spider-Verse movies where I can work on spoiler talks on. Also in separate videos. Yeah, so here Pierre tries to have an interrogation mode where he gives him a deep voice. Then he could have worked out with that deep voice until he had to turn it off. And able to get from Aaron then leave him stuck on webs against his car, leave Aaron and stuck onto his own car for hours just because of his criminal records. That's what Karen able to. So yeah. But all he did was try to gather information where he can find Adrian's crew on a ferry cruise, which he was able to get. And after send out the drone to investigate, he able to identify parts of Adrian's crew members. There's even the progress have to only call him in the progress. If Peter had to make up lies about band practice before he had to hang up, try to get on to Adrian's crew, and of course, get in mind the fact that one of those was Scorpion. How about speaking? And how about speaking of him? Okay, yeah, yeah, I'm just okay. I'm just trying to pull them out here right now. So yeah, just catch mine. Having movie homecoming. Meg Garden, as we know, who's the Scorpion. The Scorpion himself. Yeah, the Google search I'm pulling out. That's what you almost looked at. Okay, I was trying to get in mind Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, so yeah, here. Pulling it on YouTube right now, so here. Instead I'm just gonna simply pull out that one trailer. Yeah. I'm just pulling out, let's see. Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer I'm trying to pull out, so yeah. I then call off how we know that Bruce Banner will be in Spider-Man Brand New Day, as we know it is. To those who do watch the trailer of Spider-Man Brand New Day. And it's hard to catch in mind. Kinda. And Bruce Banner was rumored to have appeared before. Can't catch in mind. As I mentioned about Finance Freddy YouTuber Deducer when he posts in his short about Spider-Man Brand New Day. And yeah, I do follow his short. And you know, I mentioned about YouTuber Deducer. We often post about finance of phrase and also posting a short on other medias, like he did post in a shorts Sonic and Minecraft movie leak. Even also last year her make shorts about the leaks of Spider-Man Brand New. Damn. Okay, now the moment I'm trying to pull out of the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. Matt Gordon returning to Spider-Man Brand New Day 9 years later. He returns from Spider-Man Homecoming trying to... That's what I was trying to pull out. Huh? Where Matt Gordon's now officially returning in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Hey, to the point as the Scorpion as we know in Marvel lore. And call Spider-Man take on the crew. Still trying to get on with Adrian Toomes and unaware that FBI was there until Vulture interrupted. Emily. Then trying to get on with Iron Man. Trying to use one weapon against him before he had to knock it out. And trying to whip it all up before things went wrong where it instead cut the ship in half with Vulture and Shocker quickly abandoned ship. When Spider-Man left, try to get the ship on hold. It was one guy accidentally knocked off one rib, followed by before Spider-Man once again quickly get a hold of the ship before one off-guarded help came around, which was Iron Man. Yeah, the fact that Tony Stark got aware and quickly help out off guard. Where he was able to get the ship back together. There, yeah. Trying to call for him, and which Tony comments to Peter. But he had to no. So yeah. Trying to think about a moment afterwards. Adrian gets into discussion with his crew. Yeah, more of Adrian. Discuss more to his crew. And get my mind the most with that. Once again, Peter gets into another discussion with Tony about having, and Tony gets aware about how taking out the tracker just so he can go behind his back. Peter explained what he's trying to do and comment that he didn't listen, but with Tony call off that he did try to listen to Peter. And call off how Peter could have called in life and who called the FBI and called those real discussion and what else Peter could have caused. And Tony came with the decision to take back the Stark suit, but Peter would be nothing about the Stark suit, but then as Tony called to him, if he's nothing without the suit, he shouldn't have it all at all. Yeah. And it was Peter all off. He didn't have any other clothes to wear, so yeah. of course, which does get taken care of off screen. Then immediately cut to Peter coming back to his apartment to show May where he has been, and May called off what she's been trying to find Peter, making a few calls before finally arriving. All of what she got, where she got aware of Peter leaving the field trip and leaving the detention. And Peter gets into another discussion with school principal, leave that office, discuss with Ned, and totally as if Peter did tell Ned that he lied. I could wonder if Peter did tell Ned that he lied. Then include moments where Peter catch up with a class. Peter catch up with a Spanish class he had, and a moment with him where he leaves a bathroom break and finds Liz coming by, chat with her, and plan to go to a prom with Liz. And so we get a mini montage where Peter suits up for that prom his school was having. Then he finally finds Liz's house until he came face to face with Adrian Toon, finally finding who the Vulture really is, find out his secret identity. Finally find the secret with Liz's dad being the Vulture himself, before fully learning. So, yeah, there. I had to meet Adrian too. Also, I had to meet him. Peter also meets his wife before pulling out Liz in her prom dress. Get a chat with Adrian and get a snapshot. Then we see a letter from Adrian to the school. And Peter and Liz even also calls us to mention about the party and the Washington. And there we have to realize who Peter could possibly be as Spider-Man secretly. Before finally arriving back at the school, give him a comment, and then let Peter out and go into the school. Of course, show off Ned's already there, Michelle's already there, then someone, one singers, Liz, and there. Once again, where Peter has to leave Liz, and of course, included in that movie, Peter get a change in relationship. And yeah, Peter runs down the hallway, grabs his previous suit he previously had, then step out until he comes across the Shocker, who was already sent there off screen. And where Shocker tries to attack Peter, and calls back the suit, trying to keep him separate from his web shooter as before. And then grabs one off screen and use against Shocker, then and grab a web shooter, then shoot at Shocker to hold it against a buzz. Yeah. Then Spider-Man proceeds to find Vulture. Then Spider-Man comes to blast to borrow his car and is found. As Flash wasn't thinking about it and call out the car belongs to his dad, and he'll on screen already they took the car and grabbed the phone, and on screen drive off with that car. It was Thomas one kind of active and concerning related. If Thomas wondering if Spider-Man doesn't do any damage to his car. Yeah, you mind what Flash points out about his car. So in the driving sequence, we have Peter trying to drive as learning by himself, calling Ned and have Ned to track down his phone, and finally found the secret base. Adrian Toomer's crew been having Ash tracked down, even part of the progress where Ned tried to call Happy Hogan until he hangs up on him, trying to tell Peter about it. Realize Vulture's plan was to rob the plane. I think I almost left out how in the movie the announcement that Tony Stark sold the Avengers Tower and moving everything thing, okay, which is for the Avengers mention. We know it movie. So yeah, all the way to moving day, trying to get on and call off movie night, and it was a nighttime sequence. Yeah, he even called the power and Spider trying to get one road to Grandma Pool, trying to turn over where he also do one kind of bonk, flips part of the car and let it rub against the side, then back on his wheels. Oh my god. Then that Spider-Man would cause flashes in his family some money that could cause him. Who else would think about that comment about what Peter caused Flash with his car? Once inside, find the base he was looking for, find the wingsuit, then find Agent there. Here. Lunch. And even that moment where Spider-Man web shoot his hand against the table before that moment where Agent calls in the wingsuit and smash down those support beams and reveal that he just plans to get the building collapsed on here and leave. And there we had Iron Man under some rebel barely struggling. Think back to the moment from Tony Stark until get Peter going to adrenaline rush to lift that debris all by himself bare hand, and finally with the courage he's looking for, by Vulture, then unnoticed, hold on while he's flying through the plane when trying to camouflage until Vulture tried to hijack, get himself unnoticed until he was already in, about to grab some souvenirs until Peter tried to get on with it. And there's what we call superhero and villain fight sequence, which caused destruction to the plane. And Peter even realized that the plane was almost gonna hit the ceiling until he got face a different direction before it does. One got hit, crash down into a beach, what's on ground. Deal with the Vulture again, even get grabbed by a wing, which of course called for the moment, almost costing him his life, but he then just put him down, trying to grab one crate, and Peter realizes that Vulture's wingsuit was about to explode and trying to stop him, but cut the web, and then the explosion. Peter proceeds to find him under debris, and then grab him out. Then tie the crate, Agent 2 defeated. Even though and be found upon investigation there. The moment Peter was trying to be true to himself as Spider-Man. Even getting reported, right? Even get back to the high school. Liz already got aware what happened and show off. Liz already packing up, moving out state. Hey, and receive a last move from Peter before proceeding to leave. And with Peter was his class so rewarding about their winning competition, and recruit Michelle Jones for one cup before Happy texts Peter to meet him in a bathroom, was Happy and Tony Stark got aware here what Peter did, and then call him over to the Avengers mention that Peter gets to arrive, and Tony chat with Peter one last time for the movie. Feel apologies, get that you've been misjudging Peter while he's trying to get through her and trying to congrats him and trying to award him the Iron Spider suit. As we know, he gives him an Infinity War, the Iron Spider suit. Peter decides just for next mission, so have the Iron Spider suit for future uses. And, and then leave and show that Pepper Potts was there, Tony's girlfriend, and who already has a crowd waiting for him. But Tony tells her about Pierre's decision until use another announcement to carry on with to reveal an engagement ring that Happy already been having since 2008, called that the year when the MCU debut was Iron Man 1, that we've been having the MCU. And cut to the scene where Pierre once again, also for the last time for the movie, back to his apartment, came by his bedroom and also revealed off screen, and Tony came by Pierre's apartment off screen to hand back the suit and a bag. Then off screen, Pierre suits up, and on screen, on with the suit, moans himself, and right behind him, May finds out Pierre's secret as Spider-Man, and even an F-bomb in the moment until we just cut off that F-bomb onto the end credits scene. Yeah. And just like each film of the MCU, end credit scenes where there's always one or two end credit scenes for each movie of the MCU. So Call of One and Spider-Man Homecoming, where we see Adrian already in prison. Mia Mac, who was already there, tell him about guys that gone through. Adrian received a call about his family came to visit, and then cut away. Second end credit scene, we have Captain America making another video we've been having to do the movie. So yeah, as in there, my spoiler talk about Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah. And when editing this video, I didn't realize I'm making this video very long compared to how I've been making these videos on YouTube. So yeah, I just focus this video on talking about the movie itself. I call my thoughts and opinions. I feel like carrying away with so long on this video. So yeah, how about doing this video? Oh yeah. Let's just give the movie. Let's give this movie a 7 out of 10. Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, I do enjoy the MCU movies. I enjoy the MCU Spider-Man movies. I am aware of the other two things. I'm already aware of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, and I already watched those movies. Yes, you can ask me about those movies. I did watch them. So yeah, and all the many cases it's been too long I watched any of these Spider-Man movies. Man, yeah, definitely too long I watched any of these Spider-Man movies. So yeah, I enjoy these Spider-Man movies. I do watch Spider-Verse. Way good. And still, as we know, later this month we'll have Spider-Man brand new day. The fourth MCU Spider-Man movie. So second, we have Spider-Man Far From Home and No Way Home. Yeah. So I could do those two mentioned movies in two separate videos I could get to work with. So yeah, still some other media I'm gonna be carrying on with. Still with the artwork progress, and as already teased in the post, and in a work in progress of fan art with Murder Drones as shown here, and already mentioned that was Uzi from Murder Drones. You already know the merchandise of Murder Drones I purchased, and see V right there on that shelf, or show off Uzi as a plushie item. See me with, and also from Murder Drones. Once again, V from Murder Drones. And you already know this, and you already know by now why I got those Murder Drones on fan art. I'm work in progress with. And as teased in that post, I'm doing the same thing with Aspen Hotel and Hellview Boss on fan art I'm working on with. And I have more blade and battle pains I have other than this with two creatures from the multiverse, a Skullcrawler and a Warbat right there. And once again, already set up black canvas for another bloody paintings like here, Dragon Ball Rebirth Velociraptor and Jurassic Park the novel that I love the story you're looking at there. Yeah, so I plan to do one with Jurassic Park novel Velociraptor on black canvas. And also, with a 7 out hard, like with Jurassic World Rebirth, you can see there on a 7 out hard, or say ripped out hard, or a dead body, or show off Prime Evil and Jurassic Park Raptor with severed heads I have, or show off a painting with a crocodile over there, or sorry to catch in mind, this bizarre storage painting I have with a dead body. Sorry to catch in mind. So, yeah, I already have some canvases set up right there and 2 more papers set up to use. So yeah, okay. Barely, seriously, I barely spent a part of or whole afternoon trying to make this video. Okay, barely a whole afternoon this video to work on with. Oh yeah, I hope you like my spoiler talks about Spider-Man Homecoming. So yeah, hope you enjoy. So make you like, share, comment down below, and see you fellas later.